Welcome in, everybody, to what very well might be the finale of our Saints rebuild. We have done the rebuilding. Now it's just time to see if we can't turn this into a bit of a dynasty and get some revenge on what happened last year with the fatigue-ridden Saints at the end of the season. I wasn't able to play because of the fatigue that I didn't manage properly. Just to avoid that situation, I am going to go ahead and put the practice stuff on auto, or I could just turn off progressive fatigue overall. Probably the best way to do that, just to avoid that scenario again, because that was very painful, but I can't end this series with what happened. It is time to get our revenge on that. I'm going to be doing a lot of simulating here. I'm hoping that we are pretty good to go through the regular season. I will play some big moments as they pop up, but we are going to go ahead and advance right to cut week. I'm going to skip through a lot of scenarios as well for pacing and because the scenarios have frankly just kind of pissed me off. So I'm basically just going to be focusing on any breakouts that we do get and ignoring the rest, considering it's all the same scenarios we've already had every single year in this rebuild. We have 8 cuts to make, and this is kind of where I'm going to go through this team's season, this team's roster. Kind of package this all together here. So, Torrey Darby, big expectations heading into year 3. Of course, won the Super Bowl in his rookie year. Didn't advance past the first round of the playoffs in his sophomore season. We brought in Bryce Young as a backup quarterback. He doesn't work out in this world. Eddie Briggs, our year 2 running back out of Ohio State, does have superstar after what he did last year. He wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Echo coming in, getting the hype train going for the rebuild here. Thank you for the sub gifts, Echo. It's like a Christmas party in here. Thank you,
EA
Echo.
Sports.
Started the EA Sports go F yourself on accident there. But yeah, we got Briggs. We've also got Enrique Rosenthal, who's a fun scat back there with 94 juke moves. Alec Ingold brought in as a fullback, which we do use. And then another year of 34-year-old Tyreek Hill. Sorry if I'm talking over all the alerts. I don't know if they're too loud or not, but you guys can let me know if they are. Can always mute them. But yeah, man, we've got pretty solid group of receivers, if I do say so. We probably should make some cuts here. I think we could probably roll down. We could get rid of Max Eason. Yeah, Tyreek has turned into a total like change of direction slot agility merchant for us, but he's still effective, still had a very good year for us. Quincy Lofton is going to go to the practice squad, so we're going to keep these 6 at wide receiver. We've got 3 tight ends plus the fullback. Eddie Miller in year 2, 82 overall. Very nice tight end prospect that we took in the first round last year. Looking forward to what he can do this year. Offensive line's in really good shape as well. This is definitely a championship window type of season, especially as you look at this O-line. You got Will Campbell at a 90, Fuaga at left guard, beasting it up. We have multiple centers that can play. Eric McCoy has actually regressed below Connor McGovern, who was actually kind of a cheap signing for us. I'm going to keep playing McCoy. I didn't even realize McGovern was going to be higher. I guess I'll slide this rookie that we drafted over to left guard just to make sure the team doesn't make any cuts on us. But yeah, we signed Elton Jenkins because we had a little bit of wiggle room in free agency. He's a beast. He's got superstar. So we have two superstars along the offensive line. Gedeke, who we paid. This offensive line is going to be one of the best in the league. Defensively, we're in pretty good shape. All these moves on the D-line have worked out for us. Brian Brzee developed. Milton Williams has been a really nice signing for us. We extended him last year, I think, and then Kenneth Grant has turned into a nice D-tackle for us. Off the edge, it's going to be another year of Sam Williams and McDonald. We also did draft way down here. Cameron Conrad was our first round pick. We're going to have to make sure we get him on the development track. He is very low overall, but does have hidden dev at 21 years old. So theoretically, he's going to develop nicely for us. We got to get him a real number, though. None of this number 23 crap. How about like a number 8 off the edge? I kind of like that. So yeah, we weren't really thinking about cuts there in the D line, but we probably can get rid of Blackshear here down to the practice squad. We've also got this William Glass, who we drafted. We're going to kick him out to edge. Johnny Kirkpatrick, you're going to go to the practice squad. So probably going to get rid of Junior Harris here. Clowney, Jadeveon Clowney's cousin, I think. He's going to have to get cut here. And then we're going to have to keep... we could probably ditch Zach Johnson here as well. And that'll get us down to 6 players on the edge. Allen, elite Allen, alongside Donovan Brown now. When we spent a pair of day 2 picks on both these guys, this was the vision. We wrote it out with Pete Werner, but his time has gone because Allen has emerged as a monster. I am going to be going with the Mind Reader X Factor because I've never used it. It's a little cheesy, but I think it's fun. So we got a really good linebacker room there, hopefully. Jalon Walker really came along. He's got superstar. Also, we earned a hype chest. I think this is new. Let's open the hype chest. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Okay. There you go. Choo-choo reindeer hype emote. But, yeah, defense is in good shape. We also have been developing Sergio Baker to take over as our slot corner for a few years. We let Alontae Taylor go, and he's going to be the option there in the slot. So excited to see what he can do after developing. We have the second-round rookie, Robert Melton. I'm going to be starting him at free safety over Makuba. Already better zone coverage and the same overall at 21 years old. So Robert Melton hopefully can do some good things. And then, yeah, we got Brian Branch in here at strong safety. We were able to get Brandon Aubrey at kicker. Like, this team is stacked. We really should be able to roll through this season just fine. I think we made just enough cuts there as well. Do some of these upgrades, make sure we can get... I don't think you get an ability at 90 overall. I think it's at 95, but Will Campbell has really developed nicely. I'm just going to do Eddie Briggs. I'm going to do his boost. He's a nice balanced player for us. Just because I'm trying to pick up the pace here, I'm going to be autoing a lot of the upgrades. But some of them are more important than others. So let's advance. We did hit it right on the money, 53 players. We had a good eye for that. And let's go to week 1. How's the music level, guys? Am I talking over the music too much? Just keep me posted on that. I did. We ended up doing this in the last. Screw it. Let's do the same thing. We did this in the last rebuild, and it worked out just fine for us. Where I had to go and create a draft class for us to import because the settings weren't going to save. But we want to random generate the draft class here with this different strengths, just in case we rip through this season and end up doing a draft here. So let's do this real quick. I can pull up a D20 dice generator. This only takes a minute. Actually, I think we want to start in the preseason. So let's see. Can I put the screen cap up? I don't have the screen cap. You guys are going to have to take my word for it as we do this. So we're going to go through position by position. At quarterback, we got a 10 for normal. At running back, we have a 1 for very weak. Okay, it's going to be a bad running back class. We got a 9 at wide receiver, which is normal. A 1 at tight end. So this is going to be a weak draft class at some positions. We got a 3 rolled at tackle. Yikes. A 7 for interior offensive line is normal. 17 for defensive ends, so strong for defensive ends. 1 for interior D-line. Gosh, that's a lot of 1s. 11 for linebacker. 14 for corner, which is strong. And then 19 for safety is strong. Kicker 10. 10 for punter. So that's going to be the strength of this draft class. Very interesting with all those very weaks. But we just got to get to the point where we can grab this draft class real quick. Take just a second, then we'll import it. We'll be able to see like the top 10 players here, but I don't think we'll be in a position to draft them anyway. If you guys remind me at the end of the stream, I can export or upload these classes as well if you want to use the players we've been populating in this rebuild. Gpug asks, is Madden 25 better than Madden 24? My answer to that is I think franchise got worse. I think the scenario engine is garbage. There's been some annoying glitches, which is always to be expected, but like right now, depth chart, you can't auto reorder your depth chart right now. Just stupid. But I think the scenarios are just garbage in this Madden. But I think gameplay is better. I enjoy the gameplay quite a bit, actually. And I like some of the features they brought over from NCAA with some of the coverage stuff you can do. It certainly isn't all bad, but they definitely took a step back with franchise. All right, so we will import that draft class, and then I am going to set scouting to auto because I just don't have the time for it. We're trying to rip through this rebuild. So we should have that set already, but I'm just double checking. Okay. I also have reordered depth chart set to auto because I don't think we have any crazy depth chart decisions. And like I said, that glitch. Interesting. So it shows up. The auto reorder option shows up if you enable it. So now if we, I mean, I'm just going to keep it on. I don't understand. It didn't actually auto order my depth chart. So I guess you just want that feature enabled is what we're seeing there. I'm actually going to put Shaheed over Tez Johnson just because he's more of an outside vertical threat. And then we'll have Tyreek as the slot. But it seems that might be an answer to the auto reorder glitch, is just to enable that that feature. It's fascinating. But yeah, just making sure our depth chart's all set up. Looks pretty good. We want Melton starting. Try to keep me on top of like checking this as we go, because I want to make sure it's not messing with these decisions that we're making. So at like week 5, we should check and make sure. Yeah, we want Tyreek as the slot wide receiver for sure. And honestly, Tez as our second slot. I actually want it like that. Sub linebacker.
Just a humble bounty hunter, man.
All right, everything looks good, guys. Let's start simming. Big game against the Packers week 1. I will play a little bit when it's like big games later in the year maybe. Hey, we get a win, 23-17 out the gate. You love to see it. You can get a quick glance at some of the stats here. Olave had a big game. Allen, 7 tackles. No catches for Tyreek Hill in the opening game. I did want to, we should make sure we have at least the right focus players set here. I never did that, so let's make sure we're on top of that. Probably want to do Torrey Darby still. I want to do our running back, Eddie Briggs. I want Eddie Miller. I didn't even think about the fact that draft class was 2 Edwards, 2 Eddies. Probably, I mean, we could make Allen just a freak if we focus on him. Definitely our free safety. We want to focus on Robert Melton. And then maybe our slot corner as well, Sergio Baker. Those will be our focus players. Kool-Aid? Oh, yeah. Let's keep this rolling. 1-0 Saints against 1-0 Seahawks. Another dub, 20-17. Kind of balanced team wins so far. Now we got a big one against the Panthers, whose team overall is quite low. And we win 23-14. We have a wide receiver breakout as well. Who's it going to be? Honk asks, am I worried about Xavier Legette with all the drops? I would say yes. I'm on like a panic scale of a 5 with Xavier Legette. I still believe they can clean it up, but definitely got to be worried that the confidence is going to get to him. All right, Tez Johnson breakout. Let's see if we can get him 2 touchdowns to increase his dev trait. That would actually be big because he's a perfect replacement for what we're getting from Tyreek Hill. I'm surprised he got a breakout scenario when he's our 4th wide receiver. But let's see what we got going on. So Darby's off to a good start, 5 touchdowns and a pick. Briggs has been quiet, but that's to be expected with the sim engine. That's another reason this Madden franchise is garbage, is the sim engine is actually probably worse than it was last year somehow. Nothing too crazy stat-wise so far. But I wonder with Tez getting that breakout, I wonder if anything happened with our depth chart. If that's what's going on. Yes, that is what happened. So that's interesting. How do we want to play this? Well, for one, I'm going to turn off auto reorder depth chart, because that's just going to be annoying. But as far as this breakout, I think I'll just kind of rotate him in and try to get him the 2 touchdowns, because that's kind of a rotational role, like something we can make possible out of a rotational role, is try to force feed him down in the red zone. And as I've done, for breakout scenarios, I play 15 snaps. So I'm gonna do, simulate. Hope we can get down in the red zone. And obviously, if we get down in the red zone, we will. Oh, I forgot we had DeForest Buckner on this team. I wonder if they went and added him, or if we signed him. I can't even remember if that was something we did or what, but I feel like he wasn't on this team when we were looking at it 10 minutes ago. So the computer must have added him. I don't mind that as a depth add. Sure. So unfortunately, Melton hasn't been starting because of the auto reorder, but it's time to make that change to the rookie. Unfortunately, we got to do all this again. And then we shouldn't have to worry about it after this. Would going back another year help Ewers and Beck? I mean, in terms of Beck, I have never seen it with him. And to be fair, I haven't sat down and grinded the all-22 on him, but I have never once believed in him, just kind of by the quick eye test on Carson Beck. So to me, he just screams NFL backup. Ewers, I do think going back to school would help him, but Texas does not want him back at this point, so he would have to transfer. I'm very curious to see what Ewers does. All right, so I'm going to play. I got 15 snaps. We're going to keep track of it. That's what we're doing for these breakout scenarios. I should have hopped in there. So what I got to do is play it like this. Here we go. We're down at the 9-yard line. Perfect. So let's see if we can sub in Tez. Let's sub in Tez right there. Give Tyreek a breather. I'm just going to try to clear everything out. Don't love it. Darby is so good at getting out of trouble, man. So good. All right, this is a nice little whip route. I'm going to tell Tyreek to take this a little bit deeper. Perfect, baby. There's one. That was beautiful. So that's 2 plays down. That was beautiful. We got man coverage. That's exactly what we wanted. Okay, offense has the ball back. Second half now. We're driving down in the red zone. Okay, we got single high. Let's see if we can get the slot fade here. All right, just like that, you guys. All we need is 3 plays. Beautiful catch. Well, that's all we got to do. We got our breakout. Just like that. The MVP chant for that, but 31-17 win, and Tez Johnson is going to unlock Superstar Dev, making him the obvious replacement for Tyreek Hill after this season. But I am going to keep him kind of, as wide receiver 4. I like the structure of our receiving core with what Shaheed brings as a deep threat. But what a great start. Can't ask for much better than this. Sergio Baker repping Tyrann Mathieu's number. Slightly disrespectful. Darby winning an MVP too would be an accomplishment that we could try to check off. Oh, Tez actually was at normal dev. I overhyped him a little bit, but he's still a stud. We're probably gonna have to make a contract decision on him as well, to be fair, because he's in year. This is his contract year, so he's not gonna be cheap. But I think he makes so much sense as the Tyreek replacement. We want to extend him. It might be a situation where he hits the market, but let's take a look at that. See if we can start negotiating with him. And who else is going to hit? So Jalon Walker, like this is when we got to start paying some of these guys. Jeez. So Tez isn't asking for too much. He wants it. That's pretty realistic for what he would want as a guy that's wide receiver 4. I'm willing to pay him exactly that. He wants a little bit more, which is, we're comfortable with that. Him right next to Tyreek Hill there on the renegotiations page makes a ton of sense. So yeah, we got some big players to extend, but nothing we can't handle. Man, Jalon Walker is asking for way too much money. I feel like I can get him back for cheaper than that. That's absurd. $30 million a year for what he's been doing. I think we can get him cheaper on the open market. I need to see more from him before we pay him that much money. We'll see what he can do this year. Kenneth Grant, though, I do want to pay him. He's a rock in the middle of our defense. See if he likes that.
Just a humble bounty hunter, man.
He's not super high on the fit, but obviously we want to pay Fuaga. I think he'd probably be more like a 4-year deal. Yeah, he's back. That's easy. And then Brzez's been a beast too, and he's not asking for too much. That's pretty reasonable for Brzez. 2-year. I think he'd probably be more like a 3-year, something like that. So we're gonna have to do some convincing on these guys. We'll check back in on that in a minute. But let's go ahead and advance. Chat's asking if I think T. Higgins hits free agency. Well, the Bengals seem to be talking about he's not going to hit the market. I don't know, man. I feel like he's not worth what he's going to cost for the Bengals. Is that crazy? Like, I feel like they could probably, find another number 2 wide receiver. I would, if I'm the Bengals, preferably I would tag and trade him. Tag and trade him, give him the tag, find someone that's going to extend him. I don't want to just let him walk for nothing, but yeah, I don't know if Iosivas is the guy, though. I feel like Iosivas is more of a wide receiver 4. Let's go straight back to those renegotiations and see if we can stay on top of it. We're really close, I think, with both these guys. So let's just crank this up another $500,000. Come on. Why do you guys not want to be here? We are a winning team. crank this up another $500,000. Okay, we got Brazil back. I don't know if we're going to be able to afford Jelon Walker. We might have to just let him go. We did draft a developmental edge to theoretically replace him. But yeah, let's keep simulating. At the bye week, I'll check our stats. Man, we're rolling 34-28, playing great. I would trade Jelon, but our team is so loaded. I'd rather keep him for the Super Bowl push. I mean, I don't want to rock the boat here with this team. We're looking good. We pick up our first loss against Denver. Sean Payton revenge game, classic. Darby gets an upgrade here. Thank you, Asoto. I loved that Sam Darnold bit / segment. I think it's such a fascinating convo. He's playing so well though. I really think he's going to be back unless he falls off, but I don't think you can't look that locker room in the mirror and be like, yeah, we're going to let this quarterback go and we're going to roll with a 22-year-old. Even if you like the 22-year-old, it's just like, man. Okay, yeah, let's go back to the renegotiations. Come on, Kenneth Grant. You are getting a little bit too expensive here. Come on, man. Why is your re-sign interest so low? That doesn't make sense to me. Also, Tez, we never actually locked him up either. Okay, we got Tez locked up. We got to be careful with Kenneth Grant. He might be a franchise tag candidate for us if he's getting that expensive. But I say we just keep simulating. Because we're going at a good pace right now. Back-to-back losses. Don't love that. I'm not too worried. They're close losses, but Flores on the Raiders would be 6 stars. That'd be a sick fit. He would reset that culture. And it makes sense because their defense, you know, I like Patrick Graham, but defensively it's kind of the same background. It's just you're ramping everything up. I like that fit a lot. It's something to keep in mind as we do the, another loss. We might have to play this one against the Falcons. These are tight losses. But yeah, I will definitely be having the Coach Carousel podcast at some point in the next month. 3 straight 1-score losses. That's tough. And then we got the bye week. So yeah, let's play this one. Let's check the depth chart. Make sure they're not messing with that on us. Key ones would be like wide receiver. Okay, they haven't messed with that. Slot wide receiver. I don't know if we even fixed that last time, but let's go Hill in the slot. Okay. I wonder who's starting at quarterback for the Falcons. We'll find out. Michael Penix just did not really work out for them. Four spin move. Briggs is really coming along. Do I like Belichick at UNC? I do. I think it's fun. I'm really looking forward to the whole experience. Do I think it works? I genuinely have no idea. I think the idea of running the Patriot way in college, there's two sides to the coin there. How much of the Patriot way does Bill Belichick try to implement? That kind of my way or the highway mentality? Or does he adapt? Is it a hybrid Patriot way? I'm just really fascinated in the whole experience, but I'm all for it. I'm almost more interested in that than him going back to the NFL, honestly, because it is polarizing. Their quarterback looks like a rookie. Middleton. Jeez, we almost knocked him into the end zone. Yeah, just one pick on the season for Darby is nice. He's been a bit of a turnover machine in this rebuild, so that's good to see. Oh, yeah, it's a tough catch. That's that ridiculous wide receiver that was like the number 2 pick or something. Come on, offense. We got to pick this up. We got 3rd and 2. Hurry up. Didn't let me go hurry up. Here you go, Briggs. I do think Pierce is done after this year. Yeah, he just... I think we all like Antonio Pierce, but we all know he's not like... They probably never should have stuck with him. Like, it just... He's just not really a qualified head coach candidate. Like, not to be a hater, but it's just kind of the reality of it. Oh, just trying to throw that away. Braylon Trice is still starting for them. Wow. Kind of an upset. Falcons with a pass rush? Man, 2028 or whatever year this is lit for Atlanta. After 2 decades of never having a pass rush. How worried am I about the possibility of Bryce Young regressing? I think what he's showing is absolutely legit. I think it's just a confidence thing. I don't have too many fears about it. If the worry scale is 1 to 10, I'd put it at like a 3. I feel pretty confident that he's at least settled in as like a good quarterback, if not more. I was trying to buy a little bit of time to push it to Olave. That throw needed to be a little bit more in bounds, but it could have been a lot worse, frankly. All right, come on. We're having a sloppy game here. We gotta kick this up. Let's slide protection to the left. I was staring down the RB wheel because I thought maybe it was going to be a busted coverage, but I'm gonna go for this. We haven't had no momentum offensively. We're on a 3-game losing streak. Come on. Shaheed holds on. Whew. Got 3 timeouts. That was a nice catch by Shaheed. Man, I'm out. I don't know if I'm just rusty right now or what's going on, but I was not confident enough to throw that running back return route there. There's a good catch by Miller. All right, hurry up. I'm gonna call a screen here. Campbell has the screen protector ability. There we go. Good play call. Gets out of bounds. Beauty. Oh. Decent enough look. Man, that was a inaccurate pass. I was trying to throw that down and in. and it hit me with the inaccurate pass, and then I racked it because I was trying to throw it down and in. We gotta have that one. Okay, let's slide protection to the left. We do have 2 timeouts still. All the way. There we go. Okay. When will NFL fans give up on Kyle Pitts? I feel like they kind of have. I don't know. Oh, what happened? What happened there? That was actually super well set up. We just missed the throw. Whew. I'm going. Kind of a weird route combination here, but I'm thinking we're probably going to throw the hitch to Miller here. If this is quarters. They rotated single high, but that just means we'll throw that hitch. Okay, let's see if we can just pound this in. Kincaid just hasn't been healthy this year, G-Pug. I wouldn't say he's been a bust. I mean, he's still at least a nice player. I don't know if he's been like fully worth a first-round pick, but it was a late first. That feels a little harsh, frankly. I wasn't even like crazy. Like, I thought it was a fine pick. I feel like it's had fine results. One thing that Kincaid has done, and we got to get this 4th down here, by the way. One thing that Kincaid has really done is, even if he himself hasn't been crazy productive, the Bills are extremely dangerous from 12 personnel because of how good their run game has been. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. They become a real handful in 12 personnel. Even if they don't always throw it to Kincaid. Oh, man. I was just trying to throw a jump ball on the Y leak. I think we actually got to kick this. Go either way on that. But, yeah, we'll just kick it. I think we'll have a chance to get the ball back either way. 3rd and 4. It's a big play because they're on the fringe of field goal range here. Tackle. That's a big tackle there. You're going to go for it. Oh. It skipped it, which might have been for the best because they got to stop. Now we just got to put the clock away. It's a big get-right week. I mean, Atlanta would have taken first place if we lost this. Well, let's not put the cart before the horse here. But feeling pretty good about it. Tyreek's open. I'm going to be responsible and let this run down to the 2-minute warning. Flip this to the weak side. Oh, we get what? What the heck? I'll take 3 yards off of that based on how it started. Third and 1. So just a couple blocks, we'll be good to go. Still got it. All right, GG's, Atlanta. GG's. Do we trust the sim engine to take care of this? Yes. Okay. Nice enough day from Darby. Am I out on Treylon Burks? Yeah, I'm kind of out on Treylon Burks at this point. I don't think he can stay healthy. He just has he's the definition of the best ability is availability. I don't really think it's a true talent problem with him. They just could never get things going. All right, so we got the bye week coming up. I'll take a look at our stats and our renegotiations. And then hopefully we can just go ahead and sim straight to the playoffs. Nice clean season for Darby. 67% completion percentage, or it's actually 70%. 14 touchdowns to a pick. Looking like Drew Brees out there. Good job spreading the ball around. Donovan Brown's having a big year tackle-wise. The sacks haven't really been there. This is why I don't know about paying Jalon Walker, man. $30 million when you got 2 sacks halfway through the year? Sim straight to playoffs is how Kansas City approaches every season. Yeah, you aren't wrong. That is definitely accurate. All right, Kenneth Grant. This is your last chance. Okay, we got him back. Beyond that, we are probably going to let the rest of these guys go. Might as well take this time to... I agree. Pressure stats in Madden would be massive. For not just for the defense, but for O-line as well. Yeah, tag and trade on Jalon Walker is not a bad idea, especially now that we aren't going to need the tag on Grant. So yeah, hopefully we are good to just kind of get us to the playoffs here. Pretty status quo, hopefully. Man, we lose and pick up an injury. Adebo's got a broken collarbone. That's one of our thinner positions, actually. So that's not great. 38 points. Come on, defense. What are we doing? I know it's Lamar, but it'd be better than that. Lost 4 out of 5 now. So Melvin Smith's just going to have to step up. 71 overall. He's slower, but we're simulating, so it's something we can hopefully live with. Man. How's our division looking? Atlanta, I think, has been the friskiest. It's pretty competitive this year. Atlanta's actually in last place. So we gotta win these games, man. We got a half-game lead on first place. Big game against the Niners. Jesus, what is going on with our defense, dude? Well, surely we can beat the 2-9 Rams, right? Well, defense figured it out. This is too big of a game against the Chiefs to not play, isn't it? How is the division faring? because I'd prefer to focus on playing in the playoffs if we can. We got a game lead. We got Bucks coming up. If we're going to play anything, we should play the game against the Bucks coming up week 16. And then we'll probably have them again like week 18 because we haven't played the Bucks yet, I don't think. I think we can win this. There we go. 20-17. That's what's up. And we got Raiders. Raiders are having a nice year. See you, Las Vegas. 26-20 loss. So the Bucks have fallen off. Falcons are 5-9. The Panthers are 7-7. I think we're safe, actually. We'll do our upgrades, but I think we're safe. Especially with all those upgrades. Let's see. That's not good. So the Bucks get to 7-8, which means next week, depending on, we can win this. If we win this, we clinch the division at 9-7. We did pick up an injury. Will McDonald, we can stomach that. We get a Debo back next week. Well, I'd say we sim this. If we win, we clinch. If we lose, next week will be for the division, right? Although we got to be a little careful because the Panthers... No, let's just play this because if the Panthers beat us, then they become a part of the picture. But yeah, let's just play this, clinch it now, and not have to worry about it. Yeah, classic NFC South, but also just classic Madden, stupid, fucking broken, horrible sim engine where every team is between 7 and 10 wins and having the best team on paper doesn't matter. Oh my God. You wonder why we only do one rebuild every year.
EA Sports. Go fuck yourself.
Let's play this.
Just a humble bounty hunter, man.
Panthers get an opening drive touchdown. It's a big 3rd and 9 here. Midfield. Oh, come on, Briggs. Good throw from Darby. Defense gets us the ball back. God, 14-0. We got a quick opportunity here. 46 seconds. We do have all our timeouts. Who they got on this D-line? That's Troy Clifton is superstar, and then Mike Hill Williams off the edge. They got a nice D-line. Oh, dude. What a dime. Timeout. Really, Darby? He has 62 yards after that pass. That's how bad he's been today. Jeez. Carolina's got a defense. This might be cover 2. Let's see if we can... It's not cover 2, but Shaheed's got a step. Shaheed still got it at 30 years old. Let's go. A couple of beautiful throws. And now we got a red zone trip. All right. Just like that. Bang, bang, bang. See if I can try to hold the safety. Oh! Just to get that pass off. 4th and 7. Yeah, we got to kick this. We got to kick this. I'm going to simulate it. Ugh. Huge play here. Let's bring the heat. Jonathan Brooks fights for it. Man. All right, I'm just gonna play the rest of this game and see if we can't wage some historic comeback. But all of a sudden, We don't even control our fate, really. Oh, that was 4th down. Goodness, we got our asses kicked. What is going on? Ugly. So, the first time we played Carolina, I'm trying to think if we beat them the first time. How the tiebreakers, so we did. We beat Carolina the first time. This could come down to tiebreakers, but we're going to have to play again next week. And, God. It's funny how, like, when we won the Super Bowl, our team was just kicking ass in simulation. Like, it felt so easy when we won the Super Bowl, and now we, like, can't win these games. Like, it wasn't just cheese. We just really did go on a miracle run that year. Yeah, we gotta win this, man. I would think we can at least get in as a wild card, but Michael Penix is the Panthers quarterback. That's a good spot, Honk. I didn't even notice that. Okay, we got a big 3rd and 8. I think this might be a blitz. No blitz. First down. Let's just have a nice convincing win here, guys. Let's not give us a heart attack. Going for the... Oh, yeah. Jeez, he almost fought his way into the end zone there. That was beautiful. Oh. What the hell? That should have been a walk-in touchdown. Still got Vita Vea cooking up front. Come on, get in, Briggs. Are we really gonna get stuffed here? We gotta get this. Yeah, Honk, we were talking about Higgins earlier. I actually kind of believe that they'll get him back if that's what Burrow wants. I think they'll try to keep him happy. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Briggs said, enough of this. I kind of believe them when they say that. Now, if that's the best decision for them, I actually don't entirely know. I mean, T hasn't really been... He's been good, but I don't know. I feel like they could potentially replace him. I feel like Trey Hendrickson should be the bigger priority, but well, and they got to give Chase. They got to give Chase his money as well. It's just crazy that they just don't have cash in their building. Like they can't manage the cap like other teams do. Because if you want to do void years and you know, all the cap gymnastics that people do, you have to have cash, and the Bengals ownership doesn't have cash. It's not always about just having the cap space. Oh, that was nice. Like, they had to change the naming rights on their stadium just to pay Joe Burrow. Running that route, Tyreek. Nice catch. Beautiful. This game is still not, like, comfortable. We're playing well, but Playoffs will be very interesting. So we're not exactly playing our best ball at the right time. I'm going to predict that this is a stick. Try to house it. Not stick. Hey, there we go, Brazil. Fumble. Jesus, we turn the ball over? What are we doing, man? This team should be so much better than we are. It's really disappointing. Just got to make another stop. Carries for 26 yards. At least the run defense is showing up. Yeah, it might be time for Gary Kubiak to hang it up after this season for sure. Pass the keys down to... Why can't I think of the son? Oh, good hit. We got him short. What do? They got to go for it, right? Yeah. Here we go. Clint Kubiak, thank you. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Okay, come on, Kenneth Grant. Get off a block. Let's go. Michael Williams, unblocked. Let's go. Jesus Christ, we turned the ball over again? Now we got 4th and 5. I think this is a go-for-it situation, honestly. Because it's a long field goal, and if they get the ball back, they might be able to end this game on us with 4 minutes left. Oh, God damn it. Bad read. I thought he was... He baited me. I thought he was triggering underneath, and then Duggar. Man, Duggar. This is why we went for it, because... Dangerous situation. Come on, we got this. We get to play the rest of this. 2-minute warning. Jalon Walker said, pay me. Yeah, I don't know if coming unblocked off the edge and making a tackle in the backfield is quite what's going to get him paid when he's got like 3 sacks on the year. Nice play, though, regardless. We can do this, guys. This is game on the line stuff. Walker wants to get paid. Let's see him make a play here. Good pressure. All right. Touchdown wins it. This is crazy, man. I cannot lose this. We got to do this. Like high stakes rebuild stuff here. Come on, Darby. Just go down. 3 picks today, but a chance to totally redeem himself. Should have thrown the check down. I looked off of him. And then I panicked threw it out of bounds. We don't have to get it all back at once. Oh, damn it, man. Pressure gets in, and we lose. Jesus Christ. Center, the double team loses. We make the right read, but we can't get the throw off. That sucks. Well, what were we 8-9 when we won the Super Bowl last time? Maybe this is what we needed. We'll see if we get in as a wild card. Probably not. Brutal. I mean, our only other hope is that, although we lost the last game to Tampa, so Tampa has the tiebreaker on us. We can't win the division. Fuck, man. We choked. We were, what, 5-1? Definitely fire Kubiak after this one. It's just funny, like, when we won the Super Bowl, it felt like the difficulty was too low, like something was off. Apparently not, man. Like, this was hard. I don't even know if we go to Clint Kubiak after that. Like, we probably make a full-on coaching change. We have like a rebuild within the rebuild here. But let's just see. Maybe 8-9 gets us in, because this game is wild sometimes. I don't even know. It looks almost impossible there, but let's just advance and see what happens. Nope. We do not get in. So let's sim to the Super Bowl. I'm trying to move fast here just because we have very limited time left before Thursday Night Football starts. Eagles, Ravens, Super Bowl. Tyreek Hill's going to retire on us. Ravens win the Super Bowl. The Ravens kick the snot out of us, so that's not terribly surprising. Do I think Andre James has trade value? Definitely. Any starting offensive lineman's going to have trade value. That could make sense with Jackson Powers-Johnson taking over as the center. All right, well, we are going to make a coaching change here. Trying to think of the best way to do that. I think you want to... I'm going to create a new save point just in case I screw this up. I think you want to actually create a user team on a different team. And then switch back. I like your thinking, Honk. I think we'll go Joe Brady. Bring him back to his roots. Bring him back to Louisiana where he won a championship at LSU. I like it. The Kubiak era was definitely fascinating. He comes in, wins a Super Bowl, and then back-to-back years of severe disappointment. But, yeah, we want to retire here. And then what we'll do here... is go back to the Saints. Joe Brady actually look like? I feel like he's a pretty vanilla looking white dude. Kind of looks like Sean McDermott, honestly. A little bit. Well, this just got a lot more interesting. So we will be running the Bills playbook now, which I saw the Bills won like 12 games, so maybe that'll be better for our simulation. I think defense, I think I'll just leave it just to save us some time. Let's see. That actually kind of looks a lot. Both of these that actually looks more like them. Yeah, I am going to trade Jalon Walker. Oh, what did I do? Oh my God, did I just lose all of that? God damn it. Wasn't paying attention. Sorry, guys. We'll do a franchise tag and trade, and then we really can't do too much. We don't have the cap space and wiggle room that we've had. Fortunately, we don't really have any holes. Going to put it all into the... I guess our coordinator stays the same. I'm going to put some into our defense because, gosh, that was bad. All right. So, staff week. Let's go to next week. Hopefully that doesn't screw up our options in the offseason. No, it did not. So re-sign. I mean, really, just got to lowball him so he declines, and then franchise tag him, and then I'll trade him off. I'm going to manipulate it a little bit so that we don't take that cap hit, because that's kind of how it works in real life. So we got to come in here. Yeah, I would say a second. A second for Walker is realistic. I'm just going to get rid of all the bonus here just to simulate what this would look like in real life. So other re-signings, we don't even really have the money, but we got to accept the option on our quarterback. Glad I caught that at the very last second there. It's an expensive ass option. I don't even know if that's better for us. Why is that option so much? That's crazy. Probably would have been better off just extending them, but maybe not. So let's see here. Might as well take a look at our end of season stats too, just to kind of get a picture. If anybody got to go. I mean, Darby had a good year. As far as Madden Sim Engine goes, that's a pretty good year for running backs. Yeah, Tez is going to be ready to step in. Tyreek is gone. He retires. Looking forward to that. Yeah, I mean, Walker, 5 sacks is not worth what he was asking for. But, yeah, we're going to flip Walker for a second round pick somewhere. That's pretty... I'll just do it next week. We're not going to have much money. We do have 54 players on the roster, which is good. I'm going to go through it, though, and see if there's any cuts or restructures we can make just to kind of have a little bit of wiggle room here. But, and this trade will clear up a little bit of space. Bengals would make sense. They need a right end. 49th pick. I think that adds up. Put them over the salary cap. That's the problem. Okay, Denver. Denver would make sense as well. 55th pick. That works. All right, so let's go through the roster. See if there's any cuts or renegotiations. And just where we need to spend any money. I mean, these guys we already know are not going to make the team. These are just garbage practice squatters, so let's bounce them out of here. But our running back room is full. Still got Ingold. Could probably restructure Olave. No, we can't. He must be on the last year of his deal. Shaheed, I think it's time to go. He's regressing. He's not worth what we're paying him, so we'll release him. Clear $6 million. That's a smart move. We do have Phillip Trent and Sergio Saxton are like the same overall, so those guys are options. Tight end room, we still got those guys. We probably could move on. McCoy gave up that sack at the end there. I think that actually, we might be able to get something for McCoy at 32 years old. Get a 4th round pick for him maybe. And just go with McGovern. The Bears would do this, I think. McCoy's been a long-time Saint, but I think that's a smart move for us. We're going to need a little bit of depth on the D-line. We lost all those veterans, so we'll keep an eye on the veteran DT market. Off the edge, we have a lot of work to do. That's where this cap space is going to be nice. We do have William Glass, but he hardly developed. Conrad, but he hardly developed. So we need some edge pieces. Linebackers just fine. Corners just fine. We got these guys locked in for a while. Safety, we're just fine. Branch is still here. Can we restructure Branch a little bit? Clear up a little space. He's on a huge deal, so yeah, that'll clear 10 mil this year. That's a good move. I don't want to restructure too much. If we don't need to, but that edge room's pretty rough. We do have 35 million cap space, but we don't want to get too aggressive here. Because we're going to need money for the future. So I want to look straight to edge. Montez Sweat would be a good signing. That would make sense. Kind of a Band-Aid age piece. Man, Gary regressed quickly in this. Zadarius Smith still has it at 36 years old. TJ Watt. I can actually see that. The Steelers not keeping Water. I mean, obviously a legacy player, but they have so many good players on the edge. I feel like that's a great signing. He really fits our system. So I think TJ Watt makes sense. He's got some interest in us. You also have Danny Stutzman. He's kind of a hybrid piece, but no, he's more of a off-ball type. This is not home state, but he likes the warm weather state. Will McDonald could come back. That would make sense too, but let's make a push for TJ. 1-year deal, 14.5 mil. That would make sense. And then, yeah, I think either McDonald or Azeez Ojulari. I like the idea of trying to get McDonald back. Just a 1-year deal. Brandon, welcome back. You missed a horrible end of the season. That's what you missed. I think that's probably good. The other thing we could look at is a deep threat at wide receiver. I don't want to spend big here, but like, ooh, Quentin Johnson would be fun. He's interested in our team. I like that. Let's make a play for Quentin. 1-year prove it deal. I think he'll like that. All right, so, and then we also need a punter. Can we get our guy back? Ooh, Torrey Taylor's available. I like that. Our guy was Burnip. He's a good player. All right. Let's see if we get these. I think we'll be able to get these guys. Everyone but the punter. I'm not too worried about the punter. Those are good signings. That rounds out a good kind of easy wave of free agency. I don't think we need to spend any more than that. We don't need to do any more restructures. We don't want to mortgage the future too much because we got some guys to pay. Luther Burden ends up going to Tennessee in free agency. So yeah, let's just go ahead. Not sim to the draft. I want to sim to next week. I'm going to go in blind. We've had success drafting blind. We are at least going to have a nice pick, so that's good. We need to kind of fill in the depth of this team a little bit, so I'm not going to really trade up. We only have like 5 or 6 picks, actually, because we've done some trade-ups in the past. Let's just make sure... Yeah, we're going to get this punter. All right. That's pretty good. So I will now sim to the draft. One thing I do want to do, just so we have more time, is make sure the draft timer is off. Yep. And then I can actually pause the draft. Let's just jump in, see what we can do.
Every career starts as a...
We have the 15th pick. Hopefully that actually paused the draft. It's a little buggy. All right, so a lot of QBs in this draft. I think edge is still somewhere we should look as our top need. This guy looks nice, man. 6'2", 258. He's 22 out of Houston. Has A finesse moves. I'm going to be so pissed if this clock runs out, especially with our first pick. These guys both check a lot of boxes. This guy has, he's 21. He has great acceleration. A little bit, I think this is our guy right here. A pursuit. This is a pretty easy pick, honestly. Dexter Ellis right there. This guy looks like a beast. I mean, solid strength would be the one knock on him. And these guys also look pretty good, but I don't think they look as good at outside backer. Options, but I don't think those guys look quite as good. Yeah, I think we got our guy here, Dexter Ellis out of USF. 15th on the money. This guy looks good, man. Hidden dev. All right. Great pick. This is why we fly blind. Even though last year we made a really bad pick in the first. Okay, so we got a pair of seconds. Can really go in any direction. take a peek at wide receiver. I mean, Quentin was a 1-year deal. That's not like a forever answer. Just take a peek here. You know, Olave's getting up there in age. Ooh, elite speed. That's 5'9" though. We already have a tiny wide receiver. Jeez, that's tempting though. I mean, that would be. He's not like redundant though with Tez. Because Tez is a slot guy. This guy's like a Brandon Cooks type. In the second round, I think we got to go there, right? 21 years old. He's a day 3 talent. That's a good spot, Honk. That's a good spot. Yeah. He's a trap, isn't he? What about a O-line? Interior O-line. That group's getting a little bit older. This guy's around 1 to 2 grade. He's got good strength. We got some options here. All these guys have good physicals. Just trying to kind of eyeball it. This guy actually looks the best, Dorian Levy. But we could probably get him with a later pick. But let's try to target him with another pick, and that'll be our IOL need. Honestly, I liked some of those edge guys. We also need we need some DT depth. It's a nose tackle. This guy to Georgia has B block shed, good awareness, A tackle. I think this is our guy right here. He's not a great athlete, but he's got great strength. He's a DT for us, but I think that's the pick right there. Yeah, he's got hidden dev, and his talent's going to be higher once we slide him to DT because he's kind of out of position, if you will. So doing well. Now, I don't think I have a 3rd round pick. I should probably take that guard. Let's see, do I have a 3rd round pick? No. I might trade down and target that guard in the 3rd, and maybe even get like a future draft pick. Let's see what we got offer-wise. Yeah, like that's a pretty good deal right there. We can get the guy we want, get a 3rd round pick and a 7th round pick next year. I'm going to do that and target that guard. Man, that wide receiver's still there. We could trade back up and take Levy. I mean, let's see what did he run? He ran a 4.24. .99 speed. And hidden dev. Oh, man. I'm not quite willing to risk that Levy's there all the way up at 115 or whatever, but can we come up and get like pick 90 from the Giants maybe? Dude, this draft class is sick. This makes me want to do another rebuild, another stream. We might not be done with this Saints rebuild after. I thought this was going to be kind of a grand finale, win a Super Bowl and we're out of here type of a stream, but this is actually setting up like we're going to have to keep this thing going because I'm liking this offseason. The rebuild within the rebuild. Underrated. So we're going to try to get this pick. And I think our guy will be there. We'll just assume our guy will be there. But is that enough? 2 4s and a 7? Yeah, I think that's probably about right. They move down like 20 spots, get an extra 4th and a 7th. Looks like our guy's there. If this guy's a hit, we are cooking with gas. Oh my God, what? Dude, we were just eyeballing that. #1 in true value? What the fuck? Yo. What? Dude, that's the thumbnail right there. Hold on, I gotta take all this stuff off the screen. That's the thumbnail right there. Hold on. I gotta make myself disappear so I can get a screenshot of this. That's crazy. Howie Whitman? Dude, what the hell? That's crazy. I'm excited to see what these devs, what the devs on these guys are. Let's keep this going, man. Hell yeah. All right. Probably honestly more interior D-line talent or edge talent, either one. Let's see what we're looking at here. This would be an edge. Great speed. 6'4", 263. He's a bit of a project. An option in the 4th round, but not necessarily the guy we got to go with. This guy has great strength. He's 6'4", 291. What's his block shed? C. Not terrible. This guy doesn't look horrible either. He's a little big for an outside back or edge, though. 5'11", 251 with 8. This dude's just a freaking unique, like, bull rushing asset. Kind of a weird build. I don't know. I don't hate it. I mean, that's kind of like what we need is someone to just plug in that can actually get after the quarterback a little bit. Let's go here. It's like a Jannard Avery. Remember him? The dude was just short and stocky and just freaking blew people up for a year and a half. All right, next pick. Probably some corner depth, honestly. I'm just going strictly off. I mean, this guy just already, for 21 years old out of Michigan, appeals to me. It's probably about as good as we're going to do there. Traits-wise. Probably talking about one of these two dudes, but we'll go with the Michigan guy named Porter. Yeah, that'll play. I could even take 2 corners, honestly. But I think we gave the 7th round up in that trade. Yeah. Wow, what a draft class, you guys. Holy crap. So we're going to wait for the anticipation on what these guys' devs are. But Dexter Ellis is going to bounce out to outside backer for us. And he's going to learn from TJ Watt. get him a number. We'll go number 1 for him. Dude, what the hell? 82 overall for this lineman. 77 speed, 95 strength. This dude has to have superstar, right? What a beast. What a beast. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to start him at right guard, and I'm going to kick Elton Jenkins in. Because Elton Jenkins has experience playing center. And then we get a 99 speed Evan Stewart. That's a ton of fun. We got to put Baker. Baker can actually, he can stay at, he's got 72 speed. That's certainly good enough to play 3-4-N for us. He's a pretty good player. Khalil Russell. Yeah, seriously, he must have had some real off-field issues if he fell that far. I mean, this is a 70 overall, 4th round, like power rushing specialist. That's a pretty good pick. He'll be a rotational piece, and then yeah, Jermaine Porter, not bad. All right. Fun draft. So I'm going to just get us to week 1, and that'll take us right up to Monday Night Football. I'm going to do a couple of these real quick. I'm going to do the trench battle on our first rounder there, Dexter Ellis. Oh, that could be a curveball, Brandon. You're right. If his injury rating is bad, we definitely should. Albimus, I will when I get to cuts, I'll go through the whole roster. You can see, so you can see where we're at. I don't know how I feel about number 1 on this guy. This doesn't quite feel right for an edge. We could just be disrespectful to Walker. Give him number 11. And then I think I'm going to do the running back one just because, what is it, Briggs, our running back, is starting to get there. This will give him his 3rd ability. It's 24 overall.
Here we go, shot.
How has Brian Burns played this year? I'm assuming you mean in real life. He's been Brian Burns. You know, it's probably going to end up around 65 pressures, 10 sacks, something like that, I think. He's a low one. Slightly overpaid, but I don't think the Giants necessarily regret that move. I can check while we do this, because this is like the easiest freaking drill ever. So Brian Burns. I'm literally not even looking. This drill is such a joke. Yep. Brian Burns, PFF pass rush grade of an 80. He has 47 pressures and 7 sacks. So he's like right on par with what he's been. He's having a nice year. Oh, controller dead. Something. Kind of as advertised, I suppose. Nice game against New Orleans last week. 5 pressures and a sack.
Go!
Highest graded game of this season.
Let's go now.
Emmanuel Forbes is active tonight. It's interesting. If he sees the field, you know the Niners are going to see if he can tackle Deebo Samuel. Or just get George Kittle on him down the sideline, just throw a go ball. Thoughts on Trevor Penning IRL? He's been fine. I don't think he's a franchise starter.
Here we go.
He could have been worse. Like, he's a... I would say you get him through the rest of his rookie contract, which is what, next year? Maybe he continues to get better.
Ready?
You know, you're not giving him an extension or anything like that.
Let's go.
Unless he, you know, shows dramatic growth. He's definitely hit some of his upside as a run blocker. I mean, he is a complete freak. But his pass protection is just unacceptable. Well, I don't want to say it's unacceptable. It's just not what you want from your franchise right tackle. That's all. All right, so let's get to cut week here. I'm not necessarily going to worry about undrafted. Although I think I could use a budget pickup on the interior of the D line. Like any of these guys that have played for us still around? I like Dio. Yeah, let's bring Buckner back. Why not? That was fun. I'm good on Za'Darius Honk. I'm good on that one. All right, so we got to make 7 cuts. We will go through the roster here, and this will be a nice outro to this really fun stream. But running back room is set as it's been. The wide receiver room, pretty clear 6 to keep there. So Lofton's going to go. Rivers is going to go. Guess we can practice squad Rivers. Nah, Stars, we're in what, year 5? Cam Jordan retired right away. But yeah, we got a fun wide receiver room, man. These 2 guys who have been developing for us. And then we got Quentin Johnston on a prove-it year. I like that. And then Evan Stewart. Excited to see what his dev is, because he's 21. He has hidden dev. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Offensive line is as good as ever. I'm going to kick Jenkins over to center. Okay, Honk. I'll give Quentin 1, and we'll change our edge rusher's number to 11. Geez, McGovern is just not... He does not want to regress. He is apparently just a freaking stud. But his run blocking is just not very good. So I'm actually going to go... I'm going to move him to guard. He's played guard before. There's no problem with that. So... release this guy. I think Bruce Campbell is probably a practice squad here as well. Blackshear gonna go. Suggestions for a new franchise rebuild. I would go. Yeah, Jets is interesting. That's a good suggestion, Honk. I like the Cardinals personally, just because you get to play with Kyler. I definitely recommend trying the Saints one out, just because it's a full tear it down opportunity. Jags is a good one for sure. So I am going to move Antoine Baker into DT because that's just a better fit. We kind of are a little bit lighter at D end. This guy's a full-on DT. His overall is probably going to go up a little bit. Yeah, he went up 2 overall with that. So we're actually getting rid of a lot of guys on the D line here. We might need to make another signing. Let's see how many we got. It's a little thin. Probably get by with 6 as long as nobody gets hurt. I'm going to move Will McDonald over to the right side. I think I'll probably release Junior Harris here. And then I'm going to move Conrad. Well, we'll keep those guys under TJ Watt, the mentor. Both those guys will be developing. That's probably okay. But yeah, we could probably release like Zach Johnson. We don't really need him at 26 years old. How many middle linebackers we got? We got 3 middle linebackers. I should probably sign someone there. We lost one of our guys there. Cornerback room is just fine. Safety. We need to sign a safety. So we need to sign a middle linebacker and a safety, which adds up because we have 2 roster spots available. So let's see what we're looking at. Any of our friends still around? We could bring Howden back after he bounced around the league. Melifonwu is still out there. He's regressed a lot, though. He tanked in speed. Makuba's still there. Let's bring Makuba back. Sign Derwin to play linebacker. Is he out there? I don't hate it. I mean, I actually don't hate that at all as a backup linebacker at 33 years old. All right, Honk, you've sold me. That's the Allen mold for us. It's like the same size. I don't hate it at all. So let's go. We'll move. I'll keep Alex Dye around. He's 24, 90 speed. He's a good special teamer. If we lost a starter to injury, we might want to sign a safety, but I'm okay being a little bit thin there. We can always move Derwin out to safety too, but I don't hate this. Is his old number available? Yeah. I have a Derwin James number 33 jersey. It's kind of fun. Why not? That's literally Foya Sadalukan's size right there, 6'2", 215. Derwin could do it. Derwin could absolutely do it. So all that's left to do is do the number change here. We should probably name our captains too. 55 on TJ Watt's kind of a nice number. Ooh, Dexter Ellis already has 2 upgrades. That's nice. We might end up playing him over McDonald before too long. And maybe I will make him our starting outside backer because he still only has 68 block shed, but All right. We are good to go, my friends. I'm just going to do Eddie Briggs' upgrades because he's going to get one final ability here. I want the truck stick. Auto all these. One last thing I want to check is what injury our new guard has. See if that could be why he was available. I mean, 72. It's not great, but it's not detrimental. Personality is 34. I don't even know what that means. But that's going to do it. 2-hour stream on the dot. We get to go watch Rams-Niners now. And the rebuild within the rebuild is on. What an off season. I'm looking forward to this one. I guess I'll just have to stream again. Maybe tomorrow night. We'll see. Make sure you're following TFG Plays Twitter at TFG Plays, so you can find out when that's going live. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching live, or if you're on YouTube watching this. Hope you're enjoying the rebuild. We've gotten this thing looking pretty interesting. So we'll see you later. Peace out.